subscribe. All right, here's another miscellaneous video, a miscellaneous subject video. There is something that I really like, okay, in this world, and that is sunlight when it comes into a house. And more specifically, when sunlight comes into a house when there's no other lights on in the room, or maybe a basement or something. Today, when I was recording all these videos, I witnessed sunlight peering into my, what did I say witnessed? I witnessed sunlight peering into my house here, all right, into the basement, and it made me feel like it was like a kind of like cloudy sun, like summer afternoon or something. That's like slightly chilly, but still very warm. When in reality, it's actually really cold outside, and it's the damn winter. But like, it gave me that vibe today. And it was kind of interesting. I remember like a couple of years ago, one time I like mistakenly got the vibe that it was like a cold winter day out or something. I got the opposite vibe one time. I made a video talking about how since my PC's in the basement, I won't feel like the seasonal vibes. But this is one of the things that is an exception that can break through, that can help me feel seasonal vibes. I just like the vibe of just like sitting in like a dark basement, but then there's a bunch of like sunlight just coming out of the windows, maybe a little lamp off to the side, but then you just look around. I'm gonna look around right now in real life. Well, it's not really there too much anymore because the sun's setting, but before I saw like a bunch of sunlight just like peek into the basement, and it's just a really good vibe to have. You know, I remember one time I was saying that like I don't really like streaming and recording. Well, I like streaming later at night just because of like when it is, but like I don't necessarily like recording at night because like you know, yeah, it used to feel and seem cool to me, but now I'd much rather like recording during the day because it just feels so cool to record on a freaking afternoon, just sitting there chilling in the afternoon, just recording a bunch of videos. Now, I wasn't entirely specific when I was talking about the sunlight. Well, here's the thing. The sunlight was not like bright sunny, it was like cloudy. So yes, I do like when there's cloudy vibes, but also at the same time I thought about it, and I also do like when it's actually pure sunshine that peeks into the deep dark basement. All right. Next video, I'm going to talk about how I like to stream at night and I like to record during the day. And I'll also talk about other stuff that's like related to that subject. I'm not going to reveal. You guys have to wait and watch the video to find out, all right? There are other weather patterns that just strike certain people certain ways. And what I mean by that is like, for example, if it's like really sunny, it could be nostalgic to someone. Like, oh, like it might make them remember, oh, I remember playing outside in the sun when I was a little kid or something, or whatever. Like it could like, you know, just, it could like remind people of stuff. Like maybe, you know, like as a teenager, you spend a lot of time outside at night. So then maybe that, you know, nighttime will remind you of just like being outside at night all the time or something. But it is pretty neat to just think of and know that literally it could be a certain like weather pattern. Like it could be like the weather could be a certain way and then it could give you a certain vibe. Now, me personally, weather is not nostalgic to me personally. Not much, at least. It's a little nostalgic, but really brings in seasonal vibes. I mean, once in a while I will feel a little nostalgic, but not really that much. But for other people, it could make them feel more nostalgic. For me, I hardly pay attention. Actually, no. I think I know why. I think I know. Okay, I have the actual explanation, actually. I'm starting to think of it now. The reason why weather has not been nostalgic for me recently is because I'm in a basement, and basically I made it, like I said on the video, I made on this specific subject here. I don't get to feel the seasonal vibes because I'm, locked away in this basement. Well, not locked, but I'm in this basement, all right? Whereas when I used to be upstairs, I used to like feel the weather more, like through the cracks of the walls or whatever, or like open a window or some crap like that, or like just like look out the window or something like that, and then just feel the vibes of like the weather and stuff. But since I've been in the basement for couple years now, I don't even know how long. A year and a half almost. A year and a half almost. Because of that, weather has not been nostalgic to me recently. But I can tell you sometimes that I remember that weather was nostalgic to me. I remember the springy air, the springy weather in spring of 2022, when in April of 2022, when I was sick and an F&F mod released around that time, and I remember getting on and playing with a couple of people, and I recorded a couple of videos. I remember those vibes, all right? Or how about in the summer of 2022 when it was like super hot out, and I remember always like going upstairs to when my PC used to be in the room upstairs, and then just like sitting and then streaming for like a lot of hours on a hot summer afternoon. Oh my goodness, I remember those vibes. I remember those. And it was back then when I didn't have a job, and then sometimes I'd be like, okay, I gotta go mow lawn today, so I'm gonna put up the We'll Be Right Back screen. Damn, those are fun memories. For those of you responding in the comments section, if you're gonna respond in the comment section to this video, comment down below. Is there any like weather patterns that are like nostalgic to you, that like remind you of like times that or experiences you've been through when in the past? I was gonna say when you were a kid, but like just in the past in general, could be anytime. Speaking of childhood, like there is something about childhood when you're earlier in the childhood, like when you're 12, 11, 10, you feel like the childhood lasts forever, and like it really takes a long time, but like slowly but surely you'll grow older, and as you grow older it seems to go by quicker, and then you're like, well, there's my childhood. I can't believe I'm actually done with my childhood. I don't know, like I'm still technically going to be living with my parents obviously when I'm in high school, at least, if not longer. So if I still live with my parents, is that technically my childhood? Or am I technically out of my childhood when I'm 18? Or am I technically out of my childhood when I'm out of high school? When am I technically out of my childhood? When? Maybe the day I set foot to college, or maybe the day I set foot to college and I live on my own. Like, when does my childhood end? I think it's the day I'm going to say this here. My hypothesis is that I think that childhood ends the day that you go to college. All right? Not when you turn 18. I still feel like you're still in your childhood when you're 18 in high school. But, like, when you go to college, therefore, at this rate, a 17-year-old could exit their childhood right before they turn 18. Whereas most people, when they first turn 18, they're still in their childhood. That's my opinion on that, all right? And it's crazy to think that, like, my childhood is going to end, all right? And sometimes I think back. And, I used to be this, like, 15-year-old or whatever, 14-year-old who would make these types of videos that were worse quality, who would just sit there and just talk a little bit and have a lighter voice. And now I'm really evolving. Like, my content's evolving, and I'm evolving into this, like, young adult. Like, I'm actually going to be considered an adult really soon. And it's crazy. My 18th birthday is really close. Now, I know I'm going majorly off topic, and I don't want to go majorly off topic in videos anymore, but I didn't really have too much else to say for that video. But, yeah. Or not for that subject, sorry. There are some nostalgic moments I have about, more nostalgic moments that I'm starting to remember here. I remember one time it was the Fallout, and I was crushing on a girl, and I would go to, like, band practice and stuff, and, yeah. I don't know how else to describe it or explain it, but it was nostalgic. It was like, I was kind of having the crushy feeling, but then also, like, in band and having fun, and I remember feeling those vibes, and those were fun vibes, and going to, like, all the events for band and stuff. That was also around the time, right, when Wait a minute. Wait, no, never mind. I got a little confused. I thought, when I moved my bedroom up to that one room Was that when I moved my PC? No, those were two separate events, all right, believe it or not. But I remember moving my main bedroom upstairs into that one room, and I remember like I used to be in like a bigger bedroom, but then I got moved out of it because my dad's office is now there. And I remember like adjusting to, and I had a smaller TV back then, and I remember just having like just like my bed was like put to the side of the wall. Like I used to have the bed in the middle of the room, but since my main bedroom is now smaller, I have it on the side of the room now. And I remember like being like, oh wow, I'm not used to this downgrade. This is kind of weird. And I remember like first adjusting to it, and then I listened to certain FNF songs, which also tie in with the nostalgia. And then I remember just laying in bed and just like, yeah, this is crazy. And I was like still getting used to like moving my bedroom. Lots of fun nostalgic moments. Nostalgia really is fun to experience. I'll tell you that. All right.